welcome to the Popish Plot. I'm Nate.
I'm Jessica.
Still Mike.
And we're back. It's been a little while.
It'd been a minute.
With more lesser known saints celebrated in the month of February.
Yes, we ended on the 14th because it's a very short month with not St. Valentine. So to make up for
Or
it...
the other St. Valentine.
Yes, or the third St. Valentine. Or the brothers who made a whole language and everything. But...
Poor Cyril and Methodius.
Yes, but to make up for it, on the 15th, we're celebrating St. Agape, who is a martyr who followed one of the St. Valentines.
Yes. We're not sure which one.
And in all honesty, it does not matter terribly.
On the 16th, we've got Saint Honestus from Nimes, France, was martyred in Pamplona, Spain. I like this. We got Agape, I presume you're referring to that self-emptying love. We've got Honestus, who I presume was an honest fellow.
Yes.
We had Modestus.
And Modestus.
And the other Modestus.
All the Modesti.
I just like that, the person who's named after selfless love is a follower of St. Valentine.
Mm-hmm.
The saint, we decided for some reason, due to vague traditions that may or may not be true, is in charge of romantic love.
The only thing we're sure about is some of them are martyrs.
In around Rome.
Awesome. So,
on the 17th, we have Saint Habet Deus, who was a bishop of Luna in Italy.
Nice. On February 18th, we have Saint Agatha Lin, teacher at a Christian school who was martyred in Maoqin, China.
And then on the 19th, we have our favorite name to mispronounce.
Mm-hmm. Everyone loves the Saint Boniface.
Saint Boniface.
This time of Lausanne?
Mm-hmm.
It probably is not how you... It's from Switzerland. So
I think it's
probably Lausanne.
Yeah, we're going to go with that.
But
born in Brussels, studied in Paris, taught in Cologne, made Bishop of Lausanne in Switzerland, and ended his life as a chaplain in the convent in La Cambre, Belgium.
Just a nice circuit around-ish.
So, we don't know how to pronounce Boniface's name or his C, but we know a relative lot about him. On the 20th, we have Saint Sadoth, a.k.a. Schadost, martyred with 128 others in Persia, was a metropolitan of Seleucia Ctesiphon, Persia, and an attendee at the Council of Nicaea. Awesome. I like saying Ctesiphon.
128 others.
The Persians were jerks.
Also, given how they were the metropolitan, it was largely like their whole, see.
That the bishop above other bishops.
When was the Council of Nicaea?
325.
All right, so yeah, still firmly in Roman persecutional.
Well, and persecuted by the Parthians who ruled Persia. Ctesiphon is their capital.
Yeah.
All right. On the 21st, we have
Saint Paterius.
What is this, a Harry Potter spell?
No, but they're thought to have been a friend of Pope St. Gregory the Great, and they're known for writing numerous works about the Bible.
Saint Paterius, pray for us. On the 22nd, we have Saint Athanasius. No, not that Saint Athanasius. An abbot of Polypitian Monastery located near Nicomedia.
I think it's Polypitian.
You're right, Polypitian. Polypitian. A monastery located near Nicomedia.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. On the 23rd, we have Saint Martha. Not that Saint Martha.
Not that other Saint Martha.
This one was a Spanish martyr.
Santa Marta.
That's what we know. Yep. She was Spanish, and they killed her for the faith.
On the 24th, we've got Saint Modestus, Bishop of Trier. Not to be confused with all the other Modesti.
Okay, on the 25th, technically I've noted one that everyone should know and one that no one knows because it's another Modesti situation.
This is
so,
great.
On the 25th of February, depending upon your personal preference, you might be celebrating the feast of Saint Ananias II. Or you might be celebrating the feast of Saint Ananias III.
Now, St. Ananias II was the one who cured St. Paul and, all the other related things from in the Bible, which I don't know why they're the second.
No, should that be, Not to be confused with a bad Ananias.
Yes, who shouldn't get numbered in saints, you know.
Well,
nor were they like a pope or something where it's like, well, there was actually their number of popes.
Anti-popes. Yeah,
I don't know. The factoid for this other one sounds really sketch.
Okay.
What? The third, Ananias III, was a priest in what is now Lebanon. That I totally am down with. I have no complaints about that one. Okay. But who converted a man called Peter? This is, as far as I'm aware, this is not the Peter you think it is.
I'm confident it's not that Peter.
No, he also converted 7 other guards while they were, having him in prison before murder.
I understand. I'm just saying it's like...
Number 2 was in charge of Paul. Number 3, Peter.
I'm just saying. It's sort of like... Remember, yeah. What sort of things do people remember your bishop for? Oh, there was the time he converted a guy named Bob.
Well, but again, think about the gospel where it's describing Rufus and Alexander and Rufus, the children of Simon the Cyrenian. Mm-hmm. That wouldn't be in there if they weren't known in the Christian community. Clearly, this was not just an ordinary Peter.
No, that's fair.
We know more about him because he at least converted somebody named Peter, as opposed to, the previous day, the Saint Modestus, who all we know about him was Bishop of Trier, didn't convert anybody.
Yes,
I'm just saying.
As far as we know,
I'm just saying. Somebody's like, yeah, what's so great about your priest? Well, he converted this
Peter.
guy named Bob.
I mean, I believe it was January or
Bob's
December
amazing.
where we had the feast day for Saint Bob. I mean, sure, he went by his formal name of Robert, but
not in our house.
All right, we're gonna find more about this Saint Peter just to impress Nate.
Right.
On the 26th, we have Saint Dionysius of Augsburg, who was the first bishop of Augsburg, the primero.
Ooh. On the 27th, we have Saint Thalelaeus, also known as Epiclautus.
Apparently that means weeping much because he cried a ton.
The hermit for 60 years,
and he might have lived in a barrel.
No report about whether or not he went over Niagara Falls.
Probably unlikely.
No report.
I mean, maybe Victoria Falls.
Weeping much. Weeping much is clearly a reference to a fall. I think we have a daredevil saint.
Yes.
And we don't have enough information to refute me.
True.
And then finally, to end out your month of February, on the 28th, we have Saint Romanus of Condat, who healed 2 lepers, and along with Brother Saint Lupicinus and a sister, founded 2 monasteries and a convent.
And throughout the whole month of February, that's at least the second Saint Lupicinus we've encountered. And it's hard to pronounce each time.
I don't know. Maybe it's the same one.
Yeah, it could be the same dude.
I don't know. What did the first one do?
French bishop.
So theoretically, but I think he was more of a monk. So
yeah.
Seeing how they each had a monastery, and the unnamed sister got the convent.
Those saints are so obscure we don't even have the one fact about them. So maybe some other month. So comment below about holy men and women about whom you've learned, who many don't know. Saints who should be more known.
Or about other saints who have the same name as other saints, but aren't that saint.
Or a pronunciation guide, which we desperately need.
Or maybe why the one who is literally in the Bible is the second.
Who's the first in that series? Help us out. Give this episode a like, subscribe to our channel, ring the church bell to be notified when the next plot is uploaded.
And until next time, remember to live your faith.
Love your faith.
Share that love.
I mean, he didn't just live in a barrel. He just lived, possibly part of his life in a barrel.
And that's a might. He might have lived in a barrel. Like the dude who might have been a bishop.
Yeah.